Hello and welcome to my F1 2018 Return to Glory. We're going as Michael Schumacher in the Ferrari, Sebastian Vettel as our teammate. We are doing the full 21 race season. We're going to win championship number 8 as Ferrari. And who knows, maybe we'll drift to another team, maybe we'll carry to dominate with Ferrari, but it'll be set out short qualifying. I'm doing practice sessions, R&D, all behind the scenes. No, none of the boring stuff. Upgrades I'll do at the end of each episode. Short qualifying, 25% race. It's going to be short, snappy, quick, overtakes everywhere. It will be absolutely phenomenal. If you haven't checked out the little trailer I did for it before, well, let's head straight in to the Australian Grand Prix. So sitting in the Ferrari garage, hospitality unit, social paddock area, whatever you want to call it. Got some mechanic, some four-time world champion just ahead of us. I don't know who he is, Sebastian Vettel, or I don't know who he is. But we ourselves, I am Michael Schumacher. We are a 7-time world champion. We smash Vettel out at the park with our championships. It's time to head into qualifying. Here we go.
Welcome to Melbourne, where qualifying for the Australian Grand Prix should be getting underway shortly. Now then, Anthony Davidson, you're not getting any younger, but you have been involved in your fair share of qualifying sessions in an illustrious 30-year career. How do you deal with the pressure when you have that one chance to deliver a perfect lap?
It's not so much about dealing with the pressure, it's more about how you approach the risk and just how much of it are you willing to take. You're constantly balancing the car on the edge of grip from braking, cornering and traction, and over the course of a lap it's easy to get that balance wrong, and that's why achieving the perfect lap is almost impossible. As you say, I've been doing this 30 years now and it never gets any easier.
As we're sitting in our Ferrari garage, getting ready to go out for our first run of the session. It's going to be all clear, no rain, not a cloud in the sky for the entire weekend. Parc Fermé, we don't care about Parc Fermé, we're using default setup as we come out for our first run of the season. Coming up down the main straight, down into turn 1, you would want to brake as late as you can, take as much curb as you can, and that was pretty damn near perfect. Through there, opening the DRS, it's all going pretty well. We haven't made a single mistake so far after the nice English overrated llama as we're coming through my favourite part of the track. If you get it right, it is phenomenal. If you get it wrong, you're going into the wall. As we make out there, we almost ended up in the wall because it's so high speed. You put a wheel onto that grass, you're going to have to show some pretty good reactions to keep it off the track, or keep it out of the wall basically. As we're coming up to the end of the lap, where will our first lap of the season put us? It puts us P2 on the grid. Nothing great, I mean it was a pretty poor lap to be honest. As we come back to the pits now, we go immediately back out for our second run of the session as we come out onto the out lap. Just, you know, you want to build up nice and slowly, turn ERS, all that off your out lap. You don't want to drain the battery or anything. As we're coming up to start the lap down, you want to get the best exit you possibly can. For the start of the lap, you need to take it slow at the start, plant the throttle as soon as you get straight, off you go. Coming up into turn 1, we're not anywhere near turn 1, what am I on about? So as we now come up into turn 1, of course it's even more than last time, we guess it's even better than we did previously, as we're coming now to the end of the lap. Coming through, and that is not my favourite part of the track, probably one of my least favourite parts of the entire calendar F1 season. It is an awful part of track, as we're going to come opposite line now. We need to improve on P7 because that is not good enough. We go up into P4, which was a pretty decent lap. Not great, there's still about a tenth and a half to find ish. So come back to the garage now, we're just speeding up time, preparing to go out for our final lap of the session. So as we come out to start our final lap of the session, we'll be riding on board for the entirety of this lap. We will see every single perfect corner as we get turn 1. Even better than before, we need to improve on P4 with Sebastian Vettel, our teammate. I believe he is on pole at the moment. The checkered flag has dropped, we've lost a heap of time through there, we've just gained a heap of time through that corner as we get very close to that very harsh rumble strip there. So you take it perfectly through the flat house corner. We go purple in sector 1. This is looking like a pretty quick lap from us. Michael Schumacher. Vettel smashes this onto provisional pole position, but we are going quicker at the moment as we carry as much speed as we can through there. The power as quickly as possible, just tap the wall a slight bit, so we're about 2/10 up at the moment. Surely we are going to improve on P4, my favourite corner on the track. Smash it through there, cut it as much as you can, open the DRS, the new DRS zone for 2018. Coming up to 2 very easy corners now. You want to brake quite a bit for this one, and you just want to lift off an engine brake your way through here. No actual braking with the actual pedal as we run onto that curve there. Coming through the worst section of Formula 1 now. Go in a bit deep, get on the power, lift off the power now to make sure you don't spin. Onto the power, open the DRS. Coming up to the finish line. Where will this put us on the grid for the race? Where's it going to put us?
Sorry about that.
Oh, third? What do you mean sorry about that, Jeff? That's good. I mean, not Ferrari front row lockouts, but third place, the most we could do. That was a stonking lap from Sebastian Vettel, absolutely phenomenal. But that is qualifying. We have work to do in the race. Now, talking about the race, let's head into it.
New drivers, new cars and a new Formula 1 season. But it's the same Albert Park that we've come to know and love for more than 2 decades now that hosts the first round of a 21 race championship, taking us from here in Melbourne, Australia, across the globe before we eventually reach the season finale at Yas Marina Circuit in Abu Dhabi. So here we are at Albert Park Circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy surface with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake with the best passing opportunities coming at turn 1 and turn 3. We have plenty of changes to the sport this year with the addition of new safety features, the return of France and Germany in an expanded 21 race calendar, and more tyre compounds than ever before. And of course, we have some big car manufacturers back in the sport too, with Alfa Romeo and Aston Martin returning as title sponsors for Sauber and Red Bull respectively.
So, sitting on the grid for the Australian Grand Prix, this is a simple one stop, pissing on about lap 5, switching to the super soft tyres and straight sprints to the end, a quick 14 lap race today. As we're getting prepared for the formation lap, the cars are underway, heating the tyres up as a pile of tyre smoke pouring from the back of my Ferrari as we have got this phenomenal camera view into turn 1 as we now come to the end of the formation lap. So we're getting ready to start the race now. Just looking behind us, keeping an eye on Valtteri Bottas, who starts directly behind us. Red Bulls, nowhere in qualifying. How much of a factor will they play in the race? Can we jump for 2 front starters? Nico Hülkenberg, where are the 2 Red Bulls? That is interesting. I didn't check where they qualified, but they are definitely not behind us, as Nico Hülkenberg has qualified in P5 by the looks of it, which is pretty good from the Renault as we're getting ready now to go to 5 red lights at Australia. And it's lights out and away we go. So a pretty good start compared to Lewis Hamilton, but it wasn't good enough as we got Valtteri Bottas going down on inside. We're going to have to go round the outside of the 2, and round the outside is what we do of Lewis Hamilton going side by side with just bang wheels, and he loses all momentum. We take second place from the Mercedes driver. Ferrari now lead 1 and 2 in the Australian Grand Prix, and we just hope we can pull away and catch up to our teammate Vettel and fight for the win as the Mercedes battling behind. We need to give it everything we can to just pull away from the Mercedes and have a little private battle between ourselves at Ferrari. As we now come on to lap 4, we are going to pull into the pits on this lap to make sure we can try and get the undercut on Sebastian Vettel. We slow down for the speed limiter. Lap 4 it is, into the pits for our set of super soft tyres. We need to get the undercut done on our teammate Sebastian Vettel as we are coming out of the pit box now and coming towards the pit exit. Get ready to smash off that limiter. There's yellow flags on the mini-map, not quite sure. That's a slow red dot moving there. What? No way. I think Vettel's out of the race. Sebastian Vettel has retired from the Australian Grand Prix. What has happened? We had a lone Ferrari left in this race now. This is not what we need at the Australian Grand Prix, a race where we need to just smash it Mercedes, just prove our dominance against the Silver Arrows, and reliability has resulted in Vettel's race coming short and the virtual safety car being deployed, and which strategy wise is a disaster for us because we've just come into the pits and everyone's just gained an advantage over us. That is not what we needed. We've returned to racing speed on lap 5 now, and this has not gone well at all. We're down in P18. We just need to make sure we don't lose any position. We've got Daniel Ricciardo behind us. I'm not sure if he's stopped yet, which is a good question because Red Bull obviously started in the middle of nowhere at the start of this race. I've got a clue what happened to Red Bull. As we come onto the pit straight now, we're going to pick up some positions. We are going to be ahead of Lewis Hamilton. Thankfully, he did not gain anything from that virtual safety car. He might have gained a second or two, but didn't gain any positions as we come on to lap 7 now. Hamilton trying to go round our outside into the fast chicane. We keep it ahead of the Prix, and that is brave driving as we eventually end up being pushed onto the grass. That could easily have been race over for us there if we had not have kept that out of the grass. As we've still got Lewis Hamilton behind us, he has not given up on taking the net lead of this race as we have Stoffel Van Dorn ahead of us. He's somehow managed to work his way up into P2. As we move on to lap 9 now, Hamilton just drops back into the middle of nowhere in that race, in that part of the race, as we come on to lap 9, and the virtual safety car has been deployed for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I can't figure out what it was deployed for. It just randomly came out. There might have been debris on the track, I'm not sure. But we have got Valtteri Bottas and Sergio Perez, the two cars behind us, as we move on to lap 8 now. Lap 9, on to lap 10. I'm getting confused, I can't really see the lap counter in the corner of my screen. Lap 10 it is, into turn 1, we've got Valtteri Bottas right behind us. He is going to have DRS on the straight as he's just dropped quite far back there. I'm not sure what Bottas was doing, but overtaking us is what he's not doing, because we're doing a better job at the moment. We are holding on to the win for Ferrari with 5 laps to go. Surely we can hold off Bottas and take our maiden win of 2018 as we come on to lap 10 now, and Valtteri Bottas trying to go around our outside. He ain't having it, we ain't having it, I mean. He is not getting past us if it kills me, as we did go purple in that sector as we come on to lap 11. Bottas again trying to get us into the turn 1 as we're going side by side with the Finn now coming up to turn 2. He's on the inside, we're on the outside. We've got the harder job to do. We're going to hold it around his outside. Now we have the inside line. We're going side by side. Yes, again, we pull ahead. We keep ahead of the Finn. He just can't get close enough to get within overtaking range. That was probably his best opportunity, and he still could not do it. As we move on to lap 12 now, and Lewis Hamilton is out of the race, and the safety car has been deployed. Hamilton out, Vettel out. It's all kicking off on lap 12 of the Australian Grand Prix. As at this point I'm thinking, do I pit, do I not pit? I realise it's lap 12, I'm staying out, so there's no point of pitting on lap 12. I'd have come out in P6 and that would not have been good. As we come onto lap 13 now, the safety car is coming in this lap. We're pacing the field, as Jeff is reminding us. And my strategy in these situations, go as slow as you can, make everyone's tyres cold, and just hope that mine somehow stay warm and I manage to brake for turn 1 and keep the tyres alive and do not crash. As we are literally going to speed of a 2015 McLaren Honda at this stage of the race. A dishwasher will probably jump around your living room quicker. Why is it jumping around the living room? The kitchen, it's jumping around there. As we're just pacing the field, going as slowly as I could probably just park it on the road and Charlie Weiss would be fine with it, you know. Oh no, I'm not in a Mercedes, he'd give me a 10 race ban of course. But coming through, we're preparing to go racing again. 18 cars left in the race. We're all bunched up, very close together. Turn 1 could get interesting. Either it's going to be absolute chaos with everyone, crashing everywhere, or it's just going to be a boring procession as we get on the power now. Giving it the beans, Valtteri Bottas has reacted not extremely well, so that I will say. He didn't do an amazing job at reacting there. as it doesn't look like he's going to be challenging us into turn 1, but who knows, it's Valtteri Bottas. He could just dive it down the inside, or he'll just sit behind you. You never know what Valtteri Bottas is going to do, and he's just going to get a bit closer to Perez. It seems that's what he wants to do, as it's clear he doesn't want the win back much. As we come on to the end of lap 15, we've held on to the lead for this long, but Valtteri Bottas has come for one last stab at it. He's going to try and go around the outside. He can't quite keep the momentum up to hold it round the outside of us. We had 4 corners left to do it. He chose the easiest one to go for it. I saw that coming from a mile away. Bottas, he can't do anything now unless he turns that engine up to lightning speed. He can't enable past me. We clip the wall a bit worryingly there. We come across the line. We win our debut race for Ferrari. Absolutely awesome. We get an achievement. It can't get better than that. That was a near dominance win from us. It's a shame about Vettel having to retire from the race. Maurizio Arrivabene, he is happy. Schumacher is happy. We are all happy.
Everything today. The key to their success was keeping calm and reacting to the situation quickly. We've seen teams in the past throw away wins because they were too hesitant, but here they were decisive, and that's allowed them to take the advantage.
So here they come now, out onto the podium. Wherever you go, anywhere in the world, the prancing horse flags are dominant in the grandstands, and they're out in force again today. It's Ferrari on the top step once more. And after this round,
So as we look at the race results now, we won that by less than a second. That could have been closer if Bottas had just squeezed us, I don't know, made some sort of more daring attempt. But the bottom 3, Max Verstappen in P18, 19 Hamilton, 20 Vettel. A 3 you'd expect to be at the top weren't quite there today. Of course Hamilton and Vettel didn't finish, but Verstappen get himself a penalty and finishing near damn last, which is not great for him. As we come to our driver interviews.
You took the top points today. Was it a comfortable win?
I'd call it a comfortable win, apart from the last lap where Bottas went full maniac and tried to take the lead, but it was pretty comfortable.
Everything went your way today.
It sure did all go our way.
Good strategy for the race.
Strategy was spot on, helped by Vettel retiring from the race. That was quite helpful, that really.
You scraped the walls a few times. Were you struggling
Nope.
for grip?
Nope, just other drivers forced me into the wall. Nothing to do with lack of grip or my driving skills. Thank you very much, Claire, for those interviews, as we are now going to head back into our garage, back into the paddock area, whatever you want to call it. It's where smashing Vettel in the rivalry, obviously, because, well, he didn't finish the race, but he did beat us in qualifying, so it could be a tight tab championship.
Well done.
And just getting congratulated on the podium there. But that is that for today's episode. Historic events, we don't care about them. Agents looking through the championship, we lead both championships. Thank you very much for watching. Make sure to put the bell on, notifications on. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, check out my other videos, and goodbye.